One of our favorite backcountry trails in the Big Bear Lake area is Jacoby Canyon. This short drive, only 3 miles, drops from a desert alpine setting into high desert with lots of Joshua trees and great rock formations. In a very short distance, you encounter a wide variety of scenery and terrain, making this a short but very interesting drive. And you can drive either direction on this narrow, moderately difficult trail. This is a perfect trail for relative newcomers to four-wheeling, providing some driving challenges while offering exceptional and varied scenery. Combined with some great spots to stop and explore, Jacoby Canyon offers a great adventure. Jacoby Canyon is designated as Forest Service Road 3N61 and is rated as moderate. This trail offers a wide variety of four-wheeling challenges, but is manageable in a stock 4x4 SUV or truck with high ground clearance, as long as you exercise care in the few more difficult sections of the trail. Those without much four-wheeling experience should use a spotter on the rocky sections and areas with side slopes and moguls. It's a good idea for the driver to take a look from outside the rig and determine the best path. Jacoby Canyon is narrow, but there are plenty of spots where passing is possible when opposing traffic is encountered. Summer weekends see considerable traffic on Jacoby, but often in the off-season and midweek, you will not see another rig on the trail. Jacoby is easiest starting from the top. The trail drops quickly into a canyon, making a right turn. You'll follow a creek for a mile or so before reaching the narrows, a slightly tricky rock-crawling section that is very narrow. A spotter is a good idea if you're new to the trail or to four-wheeling. Past the narrows, you make a short climb as the terrain and scenery begin to change from alpine to high desert. As you begin the descent from the summit, you'll pass some spectacular rock formations and great areas to stop for a picnic or a break. As you descend further, you will come to an area that can change quickly from summer thunder showers. If it looks cloudy in midsummer, be aware water flow can be substantial here, as it can be in the creek bed you drove through in the first mile. The descent from about halfway along the trail is mostly easy with some mogul areas, but a few sections require extra attention where the rocks remain and dirt has washed away. There are a few gullies that require straddling and a couple of steep side slopes, but nothing too daunting. You can drive Jacoby in the opposite direction, creating a totally different trail experience, since the mostly descending trail is now a climb. In some ways, the drive up is easier. The traction is a little more difficult to come by on the rocky sections with lots of loose dirt. By starting in one direction and returning back along the same route, you can spend an enjoyable 2 to 3 hours plus any exploration stops along the way. In the summer, be aware of possible thunderstorms and water flow along the creek and on the eastern end, which is fairly steep for about a mile. In the spring and early summer, wildflowers are usually out in large numbers, adding another dimension to the trail. Where the summer rains can erode the lower part of the canyon, winter snows actually, more often than not, smooth out the rough spots at the bottom near Cactus Flats. The trail is usually passable in the winter, even after snowfall, but be prepared. The steeper sections can ice over, especially in the afternoon, and you may need to winch out of the icy sections or use snow chains, even with good mud-turning tires. It is always wise to have at least 2 rigs in a group, especially in the winter when traffic is lighter than during the summer months and on weekends. Jacoby Canyon is Forest Service Road 3N61 and starts off of Forest Service Road 3N16, which is Holcomb Valley Road. The top of Jacoby is less than a mile from the Big Bear Trash Disposal Station off of State Highway 18 near mile marker 58 by Baldwin Lake, about 5 miles east of Big Bear Lake. Just beyond the junction of Jacoby, less than a quarter mile, on Holcomb Valley Road is the old Bucky Baldwin Mine, which is worth a stop. Jacoby Canyon ends back on Highway 18, just below the Cactus Flats off-highway vehicle area, near milepost 6158, and near the 6,000-foot elevation sign marker. You can also start your drive here. The trail end is about 8 miles north of Big Bear Lake and several miles south of Lucerne Valley. Plan 1 to 1.5 hours for a one-way trip plus stops and travel time to and from the trail ends. Even though it's a short trip, carry water supplies and please remember to tread lightly.